Hey, what's the story? Yours truly, Phil here, and welcome back to Philbo Reviews. As we speak, my ears are still absolutely rattling out of my head. And what else would you expect from going to see Phil Campbell and the Bastard Sons? They are a hard rock group from Wales formed in 2016, shortly after the demise of Motorhead's absolute one man legend Lemmy Kilminster's death in late 2015. And they are celebrating 50 years of Motorhead, 1975 to 1975 to 2025. And as I mentioned, unfortunately, the last 10 years we've been without the legendary Lemmy, but he is never, ever, ever forgotten. And they have taken upon themselves to treat us to an absolute smorgasbord of Motorhead classics to celebrate the 50 year of the band. And it is Phil Campbell, of course, who is approximately did 28 years service to Motorhead as their lead guitar player, and he has his three chips off the old block: Todd, Dane, and Tyler Campbell on drums, bass, and guitar. And on vocals, he has Joel Peters handling the chops. So they have been on tour in UK and Ireland, and we were graced with their presence in Opium, Dublin, last night, April 19th, the day before Easter Sunday. So here I am, Easter Sunday, dropping my review of the concert. They were supported by Strangers with Guns, and the show kicked off at 7:30 yesterday evening. So let's get straight into it. Strangers with Guns came on at 7:30 sharp. Doors open at 7. This place, Opium, in town, doubles as a nightclub. So the gigs that are happening on Saturday nights need to be over fairly sharpish. So Strangers with Guns came straight on at 7:30 on the button. Loads of energy, absolute quality. I was up in the high rise watching and getting some footage, which you can check out on Philbo Reviews shortly. It's so hard to do a review while your ears are going. I mean, it is literally so loud. It is almost overpowering my own voice. But is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? Let's keep watching and find out. So, Strangers with Guns, tons of energy, absolute quality band, incredible musicians, great drumming. I was looking from above and filming for this one. Really catchy tunes and a great hard rock band that absolutely suits the mood of a Phil Campbell and the Bastard Sons gig. So, Strangers with Guns, I was very new to them going in, but I am definitely going to check out their stuff, and I absolutely recommend that you do as well. That's Strangers with Guns. Very good live band, and a good solid 8 out of 10 for a very worthy support act. So we got about 40 minutes, maybe 45 minutes of the opening band, and then on with an absolute almighty punch was Phil Campbell and the Bastard Sons breaking in with Iron Fist, the self-titled from the 1982 album that followed up Ace of Spades. How can you follow up an album like Ace of Spades? But Motorhead did it with Iron Fist, and they came out blasting with Iron Fist to start off the show, and things got very loud very quickly. Then straight into Damage Case. Shout out to brother Stevo, absolutely one of his favourite Motorhead tracks, and one of mine as well. Got a video of it again. Check the link below for all the live footage from this concert. It was loud, it was crazy, and it was fun as all hell. Then straight into Going to Brazil. Again, what an absolutely incredible song. Always been a live staple for Motorhead through their 40-year career, and an absolute, like, these guys, Phil Campbell and his sons, handle the music. It's just absolutely perfect, and I implore you to check out the live videos I've done of this show. It was absolutely brilliant. And Going to Brazil, absolutely classic. Then again, another great, I believe this was the first album Phil Campbell ever played on with Motorhead. Actually, I don't believe it. I know it. Orgasmatron, number 4 on the set list, which we were treated to. Absolutely brilliant. Got the crowd going with the singbacks, and the singer absolutely had the band in the palm of his hand, and we are absolutely just snowballing here with classic after classic. Then they got straight into Rock Out, and then Metropolis. Really old school track, Metropolis, from I don't know whether Overkill now or Bomber. I think Metropolis is, you know what, it's one or the other. It's off one of the 79 albums. But absolutely, I think Metropolis, I think I'm going to go with Overkill. Absolutely brilliant. And then into one of my all-time favourites, Born to Raise Hell. We know how to do it, and we do it real well. Oh my God. That song absolutely killed, and I loved every minute of it. And then Phil very funnily announced that he can't even remember whether Motorhead played the next song live or not. You know, things being a bit hazy, needless to say, back in the, the heyday of the band. But they knocked out Smiling Like a Killer from the Inferno album, and it absolutely killed. And you could tell that the gig was getting louder and louder and louder as it went. Then track 9, they got into We Are the Road Crew, my favourite song off Ace of Spades. An absolute banger. I was absolutely beside myself when they busted out We Are the Road Crew. Got a video of it again. Be absolutely sure to check out the live videos that I've made from this show. Honest to God, the videos speak louder and more clearly than I ever could. Then we got into Lost Woman Blues, track number 10. And then we had the Romones, Ramones. Oh, absolutely brilliant. Yeah, like the Welsh accent on Phil is brilliant. Come on, we're going to spell this one. Romones, Ramones. And Lemmy always famously used to say that he'd have to bring the song back into the set when he'd lose another member of the Ramones. But and absolutely brilliant. Moving along with incredible click. The band have tons of energy. The lads, his boys handling the guitar, bass and drums, absolutely positively brilliant. Tons of energy. You can tell they love what their dad has done with Motorhead. You can tell they're hardcore fans of Motorhead. You can tell the singer is like a hardcore. I mean, his vocals to actually try and step into Lemmy's shoes, which no one could ever step into Lemmy's shoes. But for the tribute, for the 50 year, he gives it an absolutely incredible go. And you know what? Absolute respect to him. Honest to God. So yeah, after the chase is better than the catch, we're into Killed by Death. Another massive crowd favourite. Shout out to Brother Jer. One of his favourite Motorhead songs is Killed by Death. And then track 15, just before the encore, they knock out a version of David Bowie's Heroes, which Lemmy was absolutely famous for his incredible cover of Heroes. And at this point, you know, they're just banging out these apps. The crowd is starting to really gallop and gather energy. The place is starting to get warm and sweaty, and you know, the ears are starting to rattle already. So we get the encore, and they break out the acoustic guitars for a bit of whorehouse blues, just to mellow things out, just for a few minutes before the final onslaught, which had to be seen to be believed. So straight after whorehouse blues, banged into Bomber, the absolute incredible Bomber. Like the crowd nearly busted their lungs singing this song back. And then, to my absolute delight, one of my favourite Motorhead songs ever, track 1 of their first album, 1977, Motorhead, a Hawkwind cover. Motorhead, remember me now, Motorhead. Alright. And I have a video of that as well. And do yourself a favour and watch these videos. This gig was breathtaking, and I don't, not a single bum note all the way through. The selection of songs, the way they were performed, Phil nailing the solos, the vocalist having the crowd in the palm of his hand, getting everyone to give the fuck you. I was just absolutely brilliant. And then of course finishing off with an extended version of Overkill, which was the icing on the cake, so to speak. 19 tracks. And just when I thought that things couldn't get any better, the singer grabs my camera and the stand I use at gigs, and he takes it and starts to film for me on stage. He films out to the crowd. He puts the camera up in Phil's face while he's soloing. He puts the camera over the drums and films the drummer up close and personal, the bass player, all the bros. I mean, it was unbelievable. And then he turns it on himself just before handing it back to me in the crowd. Do yourself a favor, watch my Overkill video from last night. I nearly shit when he took the fucking camera off me and started filming the band from his point of view on the stage. It was class. Check out that video. And that was the icing on the cake, guys. This was an absolute fucking mind blow of a gig. Phil Campbell is a class act, a super cool guy. When I got into the building, I was heading to the Jacks to get my shit together, so to speak. And just as I was heading up towards the steps, Phil was being guided into the backstage area just in front of me. And I put my hand on his shoulder. I go, Phil, Phil. And he kind of looked and he's like, no, I'm gone. I gotta go. And I was like, I love you, man. And I was like, he was there. He was an arm's length away from me. I put my hand on the shoulder. I was like, Phil. And he's like, oh, I'm off. He had like a guy bring him through, you know, because it's Phil fucking Campbell from Motorhead. I mean, come on. Jesus, Harold Cross. You crossed. Talk about fucking rock royalty, man. Absolutely unreal. The sound was incredible. The Opium venue is brilliant. I don't care what anyone fucking says. That gig, that stage, that sound, everything about that place is absolutely fucking top shelf. I mean, great crowd as well. All older lemons. I mean, if there was anyone under 20 in that gig, I would have eaten me hat. Or even under 30, you know what I mean? But that didn't matter. Everyone knew every word. Super hardcore Motorhead fans. Just absolutely delighted to hear these songs on stage once again. 10 years after Lemmy's death. And celebrating 50 years of the band. I mean, no, obviously 40 years since Lemmy passed and they stopped right away. But 50 years of Motorhead's music had to be celebrated. And what a way to do it. So, Phil Campbell and the Bastard Sons, covering 19 Motorhead tracks, 50 years of Motorhead. It was an absolute fucking delight. Phil Campbell and his sons, much respect. They're absolute class acts. Really fun guys as well. Having the banter on stage. Not an ego to share between them. Absolute, down to earth, super cool guys. Excellent singer. Phil Campbell on top of his game as always. And this gig was an absolute 10 out of fucking 10. Absolutely flawless. One of the best gigs I have ever been to. Of course, it doesn't reach the heights of seeing Motorhead, which I've been lucky enough to see them twice. Of course, it doesn't reach the heights of Motorhead. Lemmy is in fact God, and God cannot be dethroned. But as far as a tribute 10 years after his death, you really can't get much better than this. And the song selection, I mean, them doing Motorhead, and then doing Killed by Death, and then doing like We Are the Road Crew. Like the songs, I just couldn't believe it. I mean, they did Born to Raise Hell, I mean, Going to Brazil, Damage Case, I mean, I literally couldn't believe me luck. And the Weird Road Crew, I was just like, stop. Absolutely brilliant, absolutely delighted, like a kid at Christmas. And I got some great footage. They didn't give a shit. They loved the fact that I was getting some footage. I wasn't in anyone's way or holding them. I was in a good spot where I wasn't bothering anybody, and he appreciated it so much. He grabbed it off me and filmed from his own POV the last 2 minutes of Overkill, which you have to see to believe. It is amazing. So, 10 out of 10. If you were at the gig, drop a comment below. Tell me what you think. Big shout out to Strangers with Guns. Absolutely incredible hard rock band that I very, very strongly suggest you check out. I'll put links below for them. Do yourself a favour. Phil Campbell and the Bastard Sons have 3 studio albums. of original material, and they are absolutely worth checking out off their own bat. Listen to their own original tracks. But my God, if they ever do anything playing Motorhead songs again, do yourself a favor and get to them post haste. 10 out of 10. Great venue, great crowd, incredible sound, perfect set list, epic support. You know, what more can you ask for, huh? So thanks a million for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. I'm available on Facebook, a Philbo Reviews crew. You can TikTok as well. I've joined TikTok. Some people call it the dark side. I do more for jokes and stuff on that. If you want to check that out, Philbo Reviews on TikTok, and I do Instagram, Philbo Reviews, and yeah, I think that's about it. And YouTube, of course. So be sure to like and subscribe to this video, and thanks a million for watching. Listen to Motorhead. There are plenty of Motorhead content on my channel. I rank all their albums. I go through my top 30 favorite Motorhead songs. You name it. I'll link it all below. All the Motorhead goodness for you to check out. But I implore you, check out the live footage I got from this gig. It'll blow your fucking mind. And I'll keep you posted for when my ears actually stop ringing. Which, from usually when I go and see Motorhead, it'll be at least 8 to 11 working days. Thanks a million for watching. Stay super cool. May the sun always shine. And stay awesome, guys. And Lemmy is God.